Hello, good afternoon, wherever you might be watching me this beautiful afternoon. Yeah, I believe you can all hear me. Can you hear me? All right. If you can hear me, then it's time again. And let me welcome you. Hello. Let me welcome you. Good afternoon. Awesome. I'm trying to check and be sure that, yeah, to be sure that it is giving me the right signal and everybody can hear me. Thank you very much for confirming that. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Wow, wow, wow. What another day. And how has your day been? I don't want to waste and take our time. I have a very short time to spend. I know it's critically been busy. And if we and I can just imagine and test to that, we are less than 100 days to the end of this year. And that tells a lot about the fact that everything you and I need to do, it's time we begin to give it more stronger push. And that is why today I'm going to make sure that I keep it short. I'm going to be teaching you and talking about something very powerful and transformative. The miracle of you looking at your life, looking at yourself in the mirror, and you are seeing a total you, a different perspective, a different you. I just want to be sure that there's no echo and, the background voice that is showing. Okay. So I've decided to share on how to break free, from every form of stagnation, on your way and achieve unstoppable success. How to break free from every stagnation and break free into unstoppable success. This topic is very important at this time of the year, and particularly for me, because I know that when you talk about the subject of momentum, it is not a concept, or it's not something that everybody can just wish away. And the reason why I'm saying that is because right now in our lives, and every one of us that can relate to this, there are a lot of things that we have said at the beginning of the year that some of us have made promises, in our lives concerning our career, concerning our family, concerning our relationship. And it's like what we're experiencing at the moment is a total departure from what we actually desired and we sign up out for. And what I believe is that regardless of whatever the life you are experiencing now is, or what you decided, from what we actually or what you thought is going to happen, I want you to know that wherever you find yourself in a divide, there is a miracle waiting for you. And the reason why I said this is because you might have noticed that when you get to a point in your life and you see that there is no flow, maybe you just discover that there is no consistency as to how things is being done in your life, and you might be wondering what could be the reason. Let me tell you, there are two coins to that side. There are two coins to it. Sometimes when we wake up and we decide we want to do something, those decision does not just come to life. It's not something that just happened. And what I meant with that is that the concept of momentum is not accidental. It's not something that will just happen randomly, or you just wake up and you just see. There is a science behind it. There is an art behind it. And that is what we want to impact and unpack today and see how our life can begin to witness significant breakthrough in everything we do, starting from now and even to the end of the year. I know we have less than 90 days or thereabout, less than 100 days, but we can still make something big, something huge can still happen if we decide to plug ourselves into what we need to be doing. And that is why we're here. We don't want to sit around and wait, say, oh, let me sit. I think the momentum will come. No, it is you and I that is going to create whatever you want. And it can be built. We can create momentum. We can build it. As we move to the end of this last quarter of the year, one thing that I want you and I to focus on is on creating and sustaining momentum for the rest of every day of our life for this year, 2024. Whether it's in your spiritual life, whether it's in your commercial life, whether it's in your career, whether it's in your business, or in your 9 to 5. That is what I want to happen to every one of us. And I believe it is doable. I want you to commit to this journey because as we go into the end of this year, 2029, you and I can decide to go into a momentum challenge. That's something that we can take care. And that is like a conscious effort to commit to a disciplined life that will help us to create a life that is different from what you've been living. So, because let me tell you a little about what happened to me. There was a time that I decided that I want to be going out every week live on my YouTube channel. And I started, but along the line, I missed out some days. And because of that, I stopped and I lost the momentum. Because I did some here and there. And what have you? That break, for me not to be able to catch up, I saw that the flow just went down. And as I look at it, week started turning to week. And before I could say Jack Thomas, it's like, but I tell you, friends, that anytime you decide to want to focus, I remember my mentor, Myron Golden, always say, disruption always focus intention. Anytime you intend to do something, there is always a way that nature or life just happen to make sure that everything you have set out to do will not happen. And this is very true in every area of our life. In anything, you to try it. Whether you want to grow your business or whatever it is, it will now begin to look at hard work. And let me tell you, look at a very painful thing. And when you start, imagine when maybe you want to start going out for a gym, you want to start exercising every day. That first few days is going to look like something else. It's going to look as if you are going to lose your pain, every part of your body. You are just going to kind of want to look at, let me give up. The same thing in your business. How many of us can relate as business owners, as entrepreneurs, or aspiring entrepreneurs? Sometimes when the challenges of building a business, being able to be here and there and craft out message, content, to show up with our authentic self, to bring out the best part of us, to connect with an energy that can help our audience and everyone you serve to be able to feel and see and experience that shift and that change. There is a commitment that is required from us that if you and I can just stick to making sure that rhyme, we keep the flow of that rhyme, it will roll into a consistent flow of creating those life and those desire. And before you know it, you will begin to enjoy and love the process. That's the beautiful thing out of it. Like just starting the first day, you're able to push through. You try it again the second day, the third day. By the time it's 4th day, you will no longer have that feeling of overwhelm. And you can begin to see it turn to something that is now becoming interesting that you don't even want to stop. It's tend to start becoming natural and you're enjoying it. And as you're enjoying it, you begin to feel the fulfillment of what you are doing is more satisfying than any other thing else you can think of doing. So this is the key I want to give you with what I've just narrated. If you can identify with this truth, and it is only at the start, it is only at the beginning that momentum creation looks hard. Whether it is to discipline yourself, 75-day hard, or to stop eating, or to lose a weight, or whatever it is that thing you have set out to do, it's only require only the first 3 or 4 days of starting. If you can overcome those 3 days, you have pushed through. And once you're able to push that initial resistance, you will begin to find that lasting flow that will just set in and will not let you stop. So it is what you need to pay the price for actually. It is the price to break the initial resistance that want to keep you from exercising the fullness of what is inside of you. And this is why it is very timely. For some of us, we have children, we have work, we have so many things demanding on our time that is crushing us. And that is why I want to let us know that if you look at your day-to-day activity, your 9 to 5, and if you cannot see a clear-cut pattern of routine that is leading to a habit, that is creating a goal that you can function into, then you will not be able to have any tangible result at the end of the year. Why? Your result in life is a reflection of your routine. I repeat again, your result in life is directly proportional to your routine. It is a very fundamental principle that you and I need to pay attention to. Whether you want to grow your business, whether you want to grow your financial base, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to have a robust relationship, whether you want to grow spiritually, whatever the changes that you require out of your life, there is only one thing that will lead you in the direction of fulfilling that goal. It is in you connecting and deciding to operate in a habit that is based in a routine that nothing can stop you from carrying out. That is the truth. And that is why if you look at that psychology and the science behind momentum creation, there's one thing that I want you to see that will help you and I to create a better result and achieve greater success in our life. If you look at the story in the Bible, how many of us know the Lord's Prayer? The Lord's Prayer talks about, give us our Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be your name. It says, thy kingdom come. And the next verse says, give us thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. You will notice that that verse is a reminder that the success and that thing you and I desire out of life comes from daily habits. So it means you cannot rely on yesterday's effort to wait for tomorrow's opportunity. It is what you are able to do today. And this is just the liberating part of this. That every one of us, you and I, that miracle you desire, that change, that transformation, that success, that breakthrough you require out of your life, your business, your home, your relationship, your comfort, it can only come from the realization of the fact that your daily habit, your daily activity, that is why that prayer was being said, give us today everything I need to do so that it can prepare me for tomorrow's opportunity. Because until I do what I need to do, I cannot have what I am desirous of having or becoming tomorrow. So there is a daily bread in every area of your life. Look at me, for somebody like me that's always coming up, doing content and creating content that is engaging, that can help you and I become the better version of us. There is something about the fact that there is a daily provision that I must stick to that will ensure there is constant flow from heaven. And that is what I want to tell you also. If you don't do that thing, you cannot get the result. It's a divine principle. And so I want to begin to consume and begin to see why it is important for you to build a lifestyle of a routine that constantly puts you forward and move the needle forward in the area you want to see the change that you want out of your life. And we can get to understand this in a very, very dynamic way. Let's break it down. When you look at success in life, we are not talking about you comparing and comparing and complaining and just doing all those linear comparison games. When we want to understand what success is all about in life, it starts with you understanding what is it that you have been called for. What is that thing that God has given you as an assignment? And how do you now begin to operate within the time that you are in? And many of us can relate to these three powerful ideas about cycle, rhythm, and rituals. We mentioned rituals about like something you and I must constantly do every day. But when you look at life, it operates in cycle. And before you know it now, we're in fall. Before you know it, winter storm. Before winter now, you go to spring. Before spring, before you say summer. Look at that cycle. Look at that cycle. Think of it like this. So everything you do today, if you can maintain that cycle and you continue to do it, it is automatic that it's going to move you into the next cycle. That is why I'm so sure that if you are very consistent at whatever you are doing, and you don't allow anything to distract you away from your focus, it is a question of time. It is a question of time. When that cycle continues, it's going to propel you into your next cycle in life. It's going to propel you into your next place in destiny. It's going to propel you into that space where all that you ever required to make meaning out of your life just become a hanging fruit, and it's within your reach. So every time you complete a cycle, you are building a momentum for the next one. Can you imagine? You can look at when you draw a cycle, look at my finger, I'm trying to draw a cycle. From where you start, by the time you finish and complete it, that's the end. You are moving to the next cycle. That is the momentum you need. For your business, for that thing you are desirous of having a story to change, from that story of pain to change to a story of gain, from that moment where you are derailed and failing and you don't know how to process it back to life, you just need to continue to focus on how you continue to create that momentum until you finish that cycle. And when that cycle is complete, your next level cannot be denied. Wow. And if you forget anything, I don't want you to forget this principle. And then when you look at rhyme, we are a creature of rhyme. Look at how it is being done. If you put your hand in your heartbeat, in your chest now, you are going to notice that there is a rhyme to what is happening, at how your heart is beating. You can notice it. You can notice it. If you put it on and you keep quiet, you begin to hear the beat. And it is in a rhyme. In a rhyme. I want you to also look at it day and night. Before you know it now, the dark is going to cast its own. And you're going to see what? It's dark. And by the way we go through all the night, the dawn is going to dawn again, and another day is going to fall. That is the same way success is. It comes when we continue to create rhymes in our life. And that is why I want you to please decide today that regardless of whatever failure you have had in the past, you don't allow it to rob you of your daily rhyme. If you follow that rhyme in your learning, in you applying yourself to the lessons you have learned from the previous failure of the past, and you keep working and retweaking and retrying and trying and testing it, before you know it, it's going to become a lifestyle. It's going to become a natural flow. It's going to become something that nobody can talk you out of. So I want to encourage you, please, continue to build that rhyme in your life. Continue to build it. And I've talked about the third one, which is the ritual. And ritual is more or less like, when you continue in that routine, something you've started, and you keep on doing it until a point that it becomes an identity that people in your family can identify. This person, forget about it. Every Friday, she must go live on her YouTube from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Go and check her out. You do it so consistently that it has become a religion obligation to you. That nothing can stop you, nothing can talk you out of it. That there is no how the day schedule or the busy schedule is. When you look for her, when it is that time, you can only find her in the front of our YouTube creating content, you know. And that is what I want us to see, even as parents, as 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 parents, when we look at our family life, there are some things that must become rituals that will help us and keep us grounded, so that we'll continue to maintain it. Even look at family, there are many families that have their family, what have you, her holiday pattern, like, okay, this is our own family rituals. When it is Christmas, this is what we do. At Thanksgiving, this is what we do as a family. So I want you to begin to see how you can begin to build a ritual around your spiritual life, around your business obligation, around your lesson life, that you begin to inhale. The more you are inhaling knowledge, the more you are inhaling wisdom, and you are also contributing back by exhaling it, seeing how you can teach it, how you can take it further, how you can encourage others, and you can help build other people's own life with the truth and the knowledge that is changing your life. I want to round up by closing and asking you that, is there any area of your life where you need to create momentum? That where you need to create and establish new habits in the next 7 to 14 days? That once you are able to just start the first 7 days and you're able to push through the initial resistance, like you mentioned earlier, and that momentum just sliding, and what looks like a big deal now soon begin to feel like a natural phenomenon, that you do it, that you just do it without even knowing that anything happened to you. That is the journey, and that is the life, that is the realm I'm inviting you to. And I want you to remember that everything in your life can change. It's only depend on the power of your daily routine, and that you have the power to change your life this very month, and that you can begin to create and build momentum in the direction of that dream, direction of that goal, in the direction of that plan. And that is what you need. And that is the miracle that must happen to you and I. So if you have ever find yourself stuck, or it's like your progress in life or business has come to a halt, I want to tell you that there is a new way to break free from that stagnation, to roll you towards your goal, and to keep you moving with ease till you become that person that will become unstoppable in your path to your success and progress in life. Yeah, thank you very much. If you love what you heard, I will encourage you to please like, share, and please, if this is your first time and you are coming across this channel, please click the subscribe button and subscribe for more educative, informative, and educational items that can give you tips and framework that can break you free from every stagnation of the past. I can't stop loving you until I see you same time next time. I want you to keep building the momentum and keep the flow. God bless you. Yeah, thank you. I'll see you next time.